Then yesterday there was a State of Unreal, and that's a thing that I would love to watch with you and kind of comment it, since we are using Unreal Engine for, I would say, everything. We are using Unreal Engine for CGI, we're using it for games, we're using it for live streams, and I really love Unreal Engine. My bachelor's degree work is around Unreal Engine and optimization of 3D scene in it, so I quite love that. And yesterday there was a state of play where they announced a lot of things in MetaHuman and stuff like that. But the thing that most people are fussing about is the new Witcher 4, and its graphics, which looks amazing, to be fair. You hearing it? Yeah, you're hearing it. I don't know if it's starting or what. I would love to watch that with you, because I think I could add some information to that. They are using voxel foliage for the first time, and I cannot wait for them to release it. So that's what I want to talk about, because I would love to have this voxel foliage with Nanite support. I've not watched this part.
Sleep is he? The plowing plonker.
Give me what you got. Show me what you got.
Blasted pit-ridden tract.
Okay.
Where's Veer on dry road? Oi! The devil's after him! Just running from!
Papa. That shot was dynamic. Like, all of them are dynamic, but okay. Oh, he's flying! Nice. Sweet, guy must be glad. And there he was going. It's going smoothly. Well then. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, that's the part that I watched.
Salt. Almost had me fooled.
And what's really cool, and I really loved this, is that this is not pre-rendered. Or there are some artifacts that I would say are not pre-rendered, because damn, it looks beautiful. Yeah, and then they're yapping about it. Man. Okay, this must be pre-rendered because it's white shot. Like that. But then there's she with the horse. Yeah, okay, that's about to happen.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more.
Yes.
We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
That's a bold statement, considering how open-world games are performing in Unreal. I'm not saying it's Unreal's bad. I think Unreal can handle open world games really well, but to understand and optimize open world game in Unreal Engine. We've got some examples that have been doing it wrong, and there are not some, small names. Even some AAA games on Unreal looked bad.
Yeah, and look, our goals
bad
are
optimized.
completely aligned here.
Badly
and
optimized.
around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity we just couldn't pass
And
it up.
that's a good part.
So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
That must be so hard to play a game before that many people. For a developer. I understand that people that are like talking in front of people can play games like that, but those are developers, and I would find it quite hard to
This is
do
a
so.
technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you
And
just
this looks
saw
amazing.
and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
And that's really, really, really cool. And I don't think people quite realize how big this is, playing a fully fledged Unreal Engine 5 game that looks like this on PS5, which is $400 or $500 dollar hardware. It's cheap considering what you get, but they've not said if it's 4K.
Running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
So it's Full HD or 2K. They would say 4K, and I don't think PS5 can play this game at 4K at 60 FPS with ray tracing. That I don't think is possible. But even so, playing 2K or even Full HD is quite an amazing thing, because optimization of an open world is something truly different from like linear games, which are great in Unreal and easier to do. It's not quite that easy, but a lot easier to do in Unreal than open world games, because man, I cannot understand or comprehend what they must have done to have this look.
What you just
this
saw
good.
and are going to see now
You can see village from like
is
yeah,
running
it-
on a standard
it looks
PlayStation
stunning.
5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called
man. How is the foliage moving? This
and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby
can we get? Oh, we can. Okay,
village.
we need better resolution. It still is
All right,
not
everyone,
doing well.
meet Kelpie.
This is a technological marvel
Let
as
weeds
well.
be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
The fleur, or is it called like that? Yeah, it's called like that.
These two characters need to feel like one, since you're gonna explore the world on horseback.
That
riding
looks so
between
good. I
seamless-
don't know if I would want to know if it's bake simulation or how did they did that. I would really want to know. How they done the fur. I need to find this word. Wait, give me a second. How do you say it? I would give me a second. I wouldn't know. How do you call this? It's been a while since I've talked about a horse in English, so yeah, I can give you some cool IT words, but man, how was it called? Mane? It's called the mane.
Maine.
Okay, that's quite mean. But yeah, that's that's what it's called. That's what I wanted to say. I didn't know this word.
natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi.
But look at this. I wonder how they did that. If they like simulated on like big ass model in, let's say, Houdini or something like that, and then some kind of baking process was there, or if it's some kind of like model that was learned, like deep learning model that was based on some simulation.
Character.
Natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Siri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed.
And that's cool as well. Like, I understand that as a player, you know, let's say a Witcher player, you are pretty pumped up about this demo. But me as an Unreal developer, it's a whole different story. Because like movement matching of two characters, it's not easy. Even big games cannot do this right. You can see it when, I don't know, you're killing somebody. Let's say you have a stealth mission and you grab somebody by the neck and kill him. This is the moment where you really can see how good those developers are, because even in AAA games you can see that the other NPC goes like slightly off the hold of your character, and it completely breaks the immersion. And it's so hard to synchronize those two. And I've been wondering how to do this like the correct way, because there are games that like made it work. Fortnite, for example, and that's cool that they test those things in Fortnite and then they push it to Unreal. I heard someone from Epic said that, so that's really cool, because you've got those emotes and you can match them with other players, and that's this new thing that will be in 5.6, hopefully 5.6. Yeah, but this is quite hard to do. I was even thinking about, you know, replacing the mesh of your character and the other character in an instant, just switching them, and then continue with a single animation. But that was a disaster, but I'm sure it could be done by that. Or some kind of perfect sync. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to do even for big studios. So having it as a function.
And we also support root motion
cool.
movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So this is deep learned, and that's really, like, this looks really cool. This looks almost surreal. Or you can say it looks unreal. It looks almost unreal. But this is really something that this is.
So let's leave Siri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard.
I can agree. I can completely agree. It's hard, it's painful, and I'm scared of creating nature in Unreal. This dense nature that they're showing us. This is why I was really pumped out when I saw like the glimpse of this yesterday.
And with Nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle.
Yep. Foliage was so hard to do in Nanite. I think even in the first version, like, the foliage was impossible to do in Nanite. and they released their first sets of trees with Quixel, because Unreal has like this data bank under them called Quixel, and they released pack of trees, and they were performing badly. Like I don't have a good computer, but for me they were performing badly. So people were trying to like make them optimized and something like that. But foliage is really dense for computers. I had a solution in mind for our future project for foliage. I had some work in progress there in some of our Inside Studio demos, but when I saw this,
So we are excited to introduce Nanite foliage.
Nanite foliage, man, this.
And in order to achieve
Yeah, they're
gorgeous
clapping.
foliage
I'm
density
clapping as well.
everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in Nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render.
I hope he's right, because this would be amazing. This would be really amazing. I need work in foliage. I need work in forest. I want it to look as good as possible. And if he's right with that, this could be the key that I'm missing. Cause making forest is really hard. I'm kind of thinking loudly if there's something genuinely harder to do. Like ray trace objects, yeah, and that's been hard, but I think we've got that quite handled. But forest, I would say, is one of the worst scenarios. What do you think, Chad? Does someone has an idea when the game is getting buggy and laggy? I think the forest is, when you want the forest to look really good, it is hard to be optimized. It's really hard for the forest to be optimized. So.
And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes,
Dynamic
which at a
voxels.
distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever.
Man, that much dynamic light on that much foliage on PS5. Like that is really something.
Whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
This is not baked.
And no
It could be baked, but
compromise means
it could be baked. They never said that this is Lumen. It could be baked. It could be baked like then. But even if it's baked
how
like then,
ambitious we are when
it couldn't be baked like then. If it's 3D voxels, it couldn't be baked like. I don't. Maybe. It's a completely new thing for Unreal. I don't think I've been working with dynamic voxels in Unreal with anything else. And I don't think you can bake lights for dynamic free. I don't know. I don't know. I would be lying right now. I'm just thinking out loud. But man,
it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible
even if
visuals.
the light is
But more
baked,
than that,
it's really
together
cool.
with Epic, we created faster ways.
No, it's not. It's not baked. Have you seen it? I saw the Lumen thingy.
Compromise means how
It
ambitious
is
we
Lumen.
are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic,
And it was.
we created
Yeah. There was the. Let's bring it back a bit. Yeah. This right here. This is Lumen. This is Lumen. So they are using Lumen. Those fragments here. Huh. That might be the upscaler from, but you don't have the upscaler on base version of
Created
PS5,
faster
right?
way to load the world.
That's on
We
the
can now bring
PS5
in more
Pro.
content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
Well, look at that! You're this far off in a video? That probably means you like it, right? Or we're making you so disgusted that you can't leave. Well, anyway, you might want to know that we're making movies and games and stuff like that. Right now we're working on our own Minecraft movie. They'll be animated and it'll take a lot of time. But yeah, you can stay here and watch the process, so definitely subscribe, like, and write down in comments what you think about the topic we're discussing in this video. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe, we really need it. And if you want to chat with us, this video is edited out of our live stream, which is every Wednesday, and this is your time zone. Because since we're in English, we don't know where you live and what time is it in your place when you're streaming. So every Wednesday, you can join us. It'll be super cool if you do. Okay, thank you. Back to the video. Man, this is so cool. Like, I would want to see this natively rendered on my monitor, because, you know, YouTube compression and live stream compression.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Siri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Interesting.
9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wait, and the bear's wait.
But the fur looks really good. Of any animal or her coat. It looks really damn good.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect
This is scripted.
what happens around you.
Like, this is really cool, but I'm skeptic to those events on live on those live demos. They've done the same thing with God of War. I love God of War. It's one of my favorite games, but I'm quite skeptic to those random events when you do something and the world reacts, because that is so hard to do. So it covers everything, because you can't predict how the player will move. So that might be a cool way to implement AI. To be fair.
Guys, notice how responsive
But
the
it
world
looked
is.
good. It looked really good. You know, we've seen the character synchronization that they were talking about here. Yeah,
Guys, notice how
they were not clipping. It looked really smooth.
responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
That is so hard to do.
Oh, look at this
done
poor
right.
gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
But it looks so alive if The Witcher 4 will look like this. And we know CD Projekt can do really cool. Is Witcher under CD Projekt, right? Yeah, it is. Right? Right. Right. I'm quite not sure on it right now. Yeah, good. Everything's good. Witcher is under CD Projekt.
Okay.
I wasn't that
This is the
sure,
guy
to
who
be
takes
fair.
his quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred.
Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace.
Okay.
Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me lady's after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more.
Okay, that was really smooth how they grabbed the fish.
And there is tons of tech at play here. Even this
Like to give NPC and mesh. It's some kind of rigged mesh because the fish was moving, but that doesn't matter. And for the NPC to dynamically give it to another NPC, and for that animation to look good, that's hard. Like I would say like 50% of the time you can see the clip when the let's say the fish would clip from one NPC to another, so they attach to their rig and do it that smoothly is really cool.
simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects, Chaos Cloth, simple market stall. And
Yeah, the
there
object is
tons
there.
of tech.
The object is there, prepped for this demo.
Right here.
It's
Even
not
a simple
like
market
he's
stall.
grabbing it from
Metahuman
the.
tools, improved Unreal Smart Objects,
from the ice.
Chaos Cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But it
The
still looks
prisoner in
great.
Pillar isn't
To be
exciting
fair, it
enough
still
for
looks
Valve.
great. Like I'm yapping about
Let's grab
how
everyone's
it's
attention
probably
with this.
scripted for this demo, but like this, even so, it'll be really cool. If the
But the
world
great
will
performance
look
deserves
that
a
alive
huge
in
crowd.
the final game,
Let's crank it up.
that'll be super cool, as Axum says. Man, that's a lot of NPCs.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to
Yeah.
many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily
Unreal
in our
animation
60
will now?
FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect,
Damn.
empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Man, it looks really good.
We are making this game to be the
Okay.
most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
Dave,
We are too.
if everything that you're saying is
So
exactly
we're almost done, but before
like
we go,
that,
here's
then
a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
and okay, I never played Witcher games, so I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Onward, Kelpie.
I bought Witcher 3
What?
because my friends told me that it's a really good game, and I want to play it, but I don't have time yet. But man, this is
Thanks,
really cool.
guys. It seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and when I know that this feature with voxel foliage is set to come up in 5.7, and I really wanna know when the 5.7 is will be released, because I'm downloading it like the second it drops. And I think the latest version. Where's my Epic? Why is it not doing the thing? Where's my Epic Games? I want to see. I think you can download a preview of Unreal 5.6. Yeah. Camera down. Well. Yeah, and I would love to fix that. So in some way. But wait. Do I have anything here in my projects? No. All of them are down there. I don't want to spoil anything to you. You know, I have a lot of projects here. But yeah, you can download 5.6 preview. I don't think I have a project here right now that I would need those features for. I still haven't touched the 5.5. I'm still stuck on 5.4. So, but upgrading to 5.7, that'll be really cool. And I haven't heard them talking about the plugin that they'll be releasing for open world games. Because I've read some.
The angle of approach. That's our multi-character motion matching solution.
Man.
No matter the angle of approach. That's our multi-character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic.
Once again.
To build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic.
Man. Okay. Now I'm a bit pissed because I already have a solution for that I crafted myself in Unreal. But if you're gonna give me something that works better, I wouldn't mind. Okay, that's really cool. It's really cool. Man.
Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebags. And now,
cool.
I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel of the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are...
That is really cool. But they also, they were talking about MetaHumans, but they also are releasing some kind of plugin that they have done with CD Projekt Red for open world games, which will be really cool as well. And then in 5.7 they'll release the voxel foliage thingy, and that I'm really looking forward to, because man, I really love where the Unreal is going. I hope they won't fuck it up by any way, because the better you get, the easier it is to fuck up. You can quote me on that. I don't know if anyone have said that, but I'm saying this right now. Oh. So that was that. The Unreal looks really good. We still got 2 hours